All right, hello everyone. I'm going to try to wrap it up. I want to get my thoughts out there about the Federal Reserve and how evil I think they are. While we're thinking about the economic stimulus package, the fact that the government prints money all the time, I read to you what Alan Greenspan said about the hidden tax of fiat money and the fact that it gets more and more devalued, which means it's ultimately a hidden tax on you and I. Have you heard the phrase Amero? Because most of the Europeans, if you took a vote, did not want the euro, but that didn't stop them from implementing the euro. And you and I today don't think that they're going to implement the Amero. Well, the Amero is a common currency between Canada, United States, and Mexico. And you say, oh, that's never going to happen. That'll never happen here. If you say that's shocking, and I'm being a conspiracy theory nut again. It's shocking that the government took over all the homes of Fannie and Freddie. It's shocking that the government nationalized the banks. It's shocking the government's nationalizing the auto industry. It's shocking the government spending trillions of dollars, first in Bush, now in Obama. You're going to say it's shocking when the Amero happens? But anyway, the faces on the currency, the faces on the old currency, the Benjamin Franklins, Andrew Jackson, Thomas Jefferson, those faces remind us of our forefathers. They remind us of constitutional liberties. They remind us that we should have a limited government. I would ask you to consider that the new currency that we're going to have to come out with, because they're devaluing the dollar faster than my dog chases rabbits, right? The dollar's going to be worth nothing. They're going to have to come out with a new currency like $1,000 worth one Amero or whatever exchange rate they care to make, which is more of the same. But we can't have old constitutional faces on our new Amero. We got to come up with some new faces. So maybe in your comments you can help me think of some new faces for the Amero. Why don't we put Hugh Hefner and his three lady friends on the $1 bill? That's a substantial amount of debauchery. We could put Jerry Springer maybe on our $5 bill. We could put Barney Frank. How about Barney Frank hugging his homosexual friend on our $10 bill? Maybe Barney Frank hugging his homosexual friend, smiling at us like, we really took care of the Fannie and Freddie Mae for you. Anyway, I could think of more debauchery ideas, but help me think of some new faces that represents what the new socialist society is going to be all about. What kind of faces do you want to see on your new currency? Because it's going to happen. I'm going to read a story from The Creature from Jekyll Island. It talks about the 1929 Depression, the Great Depression, and it's why me and you can no longer sit on our butt. We can no longer live our lives thinking this is not going to impact us. Okay? This is an analogy of what happened in 1929, and it's why me and you have to get up off our butt. Okay, The Creature from Jekyll Island, page 471. This is the story of a New England farmer with a small pond in his pasture. Each summer, a group of wild ducks would frequent that pond, but try as he would, the farmer could never catch one. No matter how early in the morning he approached, or how carefully he constructed a blind, or what kind of duck call he tried. Somehow those crafty birds sensed the danger and managed to be out of range. Of course, when fall arrived, the ducks headed south, and the farmer's craving for duck dinner only intensified. Then he got an idea. Early in the spring, he started scattering corn along the edge of the pond. The ducks liked the corn, and since it always was there, they soon gave up dipping and foraging for food on their own. After a while, they became used to the farmer and began to trust him with no sense of fear. Life was so easy for the ducks. They forgot how to fly. But that was unimportant, because they were now so fat that they could not have gotten off the water even if they had tried. Fall came and the ducks stayed. Winter came and the pond froze. The farmer built a shelter to keep them warm. The ducks were happy because they didn't have to fly anymore. And the farmer was especially happy because all winter long, each week, he had a delicious duck dinner. That is the story of the Great Depression. That's the story that's going on right now. These elite people of corrupt bankers, politicians, and big business are using us as a duck dinner. Do you not understand? We have to get back and claim what's rightfully ours. We have to get back to an honest money system. We cannot continue to use an evil money system. I would ask that we get up and get the word out. And if ever you hear somebody talking about abolishing the Federal Reserve, hopefully you'll have a little bit more insight into why they're saying that. I don't know what we got to do to abolish the Federal Reserve, but we got to do that. Whatever we got to do, whatever idea we can come up with, I don't care. You know, get Ron Paul elected. He told us he would do it. He's the only one who's stating it. You know, is there a chance to get Ron Paul in 2012? I hope so. He's getting old. He's going to need some help. We can't put, you know, are we men? Are we going to take control? Are we going to get another leader up there? Now, I don't know who it would be, but Ron Paul, we can't put our hopes on Ron Paul. We got to do something. All right, I'm going to try to wrap this up. I don't even know what else to say. I kind of ran out of quotes. Hopefully those quotes got the point across. I'm going to wrap it up with a quote from Mark Twain. Mark Twain. Everybody knows who Mark Twain, right? He wrote a lot of books. I think he wrote, Don't Give Me the Line. I think he wrote Huckleberry Finn, if I'm not mistaken. Patriotism is supporting your country at all times and supporting your government when they deserve it. When you think about what I'm saying, and you think about I'm not a believer in America, and when that idea crosses your head, you need to think about that very carefully. I love America. I love my country. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to pack my bags and get the hell out. You know, they have an expatriate act. If you Google expatriate heart act, they're going to tax anybody who tries to leave anyway. The government's already thought of that. They've already thought about the fact that a lot of people are going to want to leave when the doo-doo hits the fan. They're not going to let you go. They're going to tax not only your income for that year, they're going to tax your entire wealth. Anything you save for your whole life, they're going to get a big chunk of it. If you don't believe me, go to Google, type in Expatriate Heart Act, H-E-A-R-T. They got the whole system rigged. The whole system is rigged. We don't need to keep printing more money. We don't need more bailouts. We don't need to keep doing the same of what got us into this situation. If we don't somehow get control of our government, they're going to control us. And if you're a man who believes in freedom, it should upset you to the point where you have to do something about it. Ideas are important, and having the right philosophical foundation is extremely important. But if you don't act upon that, if you don't act and do something, if we all don't get up together and do something, it ain't gonna do nothing. Everything's gonna stay the same. So God bless you all. I don't know what my next video is on. I'm gonna try to maybe make a video about the evil of socialism and communism. I think it needs to be very clear for people who need to understand why that's an evil system. And for those who don't know and want to give it a chance, please don't say that. Please don't say let's give communism and socialism a chance in this country. Anyway, God bless you all. You all have a great weekend and take care.